Hey, I'm David. I am the community pastor here at Blessed Hope Community Church, and I just want to take a few minutes and talk to you about communion, or another way of saying it, the Lord's Supper. This is one of the ordinances that Jesus gave to His church, this and baptism, and it's something that, it's a gift to us that we get to celebrate, we get to rejoice, and it's part of our worship. When we take communion, we have to understand something extremely important. This is not something created by the church. This was actually created and given to us by Jesus Himself for some very specific reasons. First is this: He tells us that when we partake of communion, that we are to do it in remembrance. We are to look back and remember what Jesus did for us. We are to remember His sacrifice and His willingness to become that substitution for us and to pay the penalty for our sins. And that through Him we can have forgiveness and new life. And then part of that is, while we look back, we're also called to look forward. Jesus said that there will come a day that when we enter into eternity, we will partake with Him with the Lord's Supper. We will celebrate once again together. So we look forward and we remember not just His death, but His resurrection and the fact that someday we will be resurrected and united with Him for all eternity. This is what we get to do when we worship together and we come together in unity, in faith, because of the grace of Jesus Christ. Now, here's the thing though. At Blessed Hope Community Church, we believe in open communion, meaning you are welcome to partake of the Lord's table with us. You don't have to be a member here, but we believe very strongly that you need to be a believer in Jesus Christ. This is extremely important because this is an invitation to His followers, to His disciples. So with that being said, if you're a believer, partake. If you're still wrestling with that, have a conversation and come and be part of the table that Jesus invites us to. The last thing is simply this: we need to come to the table ready to partake and not do it in an unworthy manner. This is where we come to remember again what Jesus did. So we need to make sure that there's nothing between us and God when we come and partake of the table. So we need to spend some time preparing our hearts so that we come ready to receive the grace that God has for us. Ultimately, here's the thing. Communion is a beautiful and wonderful thing that we get to do united as the church and united with Jesus. And we're excited to have you come be part of it as part of His larger church.